What up? First video back in New York, and we're starting off with a banger because we're gonna ask ourselves the $1 million question. Can you daily drive a Kei car? Short answer, yes. Long answer, still yes, but let me explain why. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Nick. I've daily driven a bunch of Kei cars. I had a Hijet, a Carry, a Bravo, 2 Jimneys, a Wagonar, this Honda Life. I'm probably forgetting some, but I've daily driven a Kei truck. I've daily driven a Kei van, and when I mean daily driven, I mean daily driven. Like, this is my only registered vehicle. I drive this car every single day. When I had a Kei truck, I drove it every day. When I had a Kei van, I drove it every day. When I had a Jimny, I drive it every single day. So a real daily driver, not, hey, I have this car and on the weekends I want to drive this. Like, no, this is my only means of transportation. And I've made a video on daily driving a Kei truck and daily driving a Kei van, but I'm not sure if I ever made one on technically a Kei car. So that's what we're gonna do in today's video. I'm gonna go over a little bit, name some pros and cons. I'm gonna fill it up with gas and go over some misconceptions on that, because a lot of people think these get 50, 60 miles per gallon, and I wanna be the one right now. The guy, if I'm the Kei guy, if you guys wanna award me the Kei guy and put a crown on me, these do not get 50, 60 miles per gallon. Don't listen to anyone. They don't get 40 even. They don't even really get 30, but if you wanna advertise 30, I'll let you rock. But anyone saying that it gets 50, 60, 70, stop it. 40s, stop it. We'll get into that later, but that's definitely one of my biggest pet peeves on these Kei cars. Granted though, back to the start of this video, this is my daily driver. So if you're buying a Kei car and you're not getting on the highway, you're not driving 50, 60 miles all the time, then maybe you will get good MPG, but it will still never be 50. It will never be 40. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. So that's probably one of the, I wouldn't even say a con, but just don't walk into this purchase thing and you're gonna have great MPGs. Like, don't think that. Just think that you have a cool, nice little car. It's rare, it's quirky, all that fun stuff. To me, that is why you buy a Kei car. Don't buy this car because you think you're gonna get the greatest MPGs and you want to travel and do all that fun stuff. That's just not the case. For that, get a full-size car. But before I start naming a bunch of cons, one of the pros for me living in a major city is the size. This is how parking is most of the time. Like, yes, I have enough space to get out, and I did park pretty bad because I'm so far off the curb, but this guy is less than a handful away from me, and then the car behind me is maybe 2 hands away from me. Like, look, they're very close to me. It's parking is a nuisance in New York, so having a Kei car is beautiful because you're able to back into really anywhere. You can fit in every single spot. You can go to the city. It's amazing. And we can't talk about parking without talking about interior space. So outside, it looks like a small little egg. It's probably one of my favorite things about Kei cars, especially Kei vans. They look very small on the outside, but you get a lot of room. You can put this seat completely down. You get all that storage there. I'm not even sure if I could open this if I have enough room. All right, I do. You can put this guy down and get some additional storage, and you have all this room back here. And me, someone 5'9", I could easily just sit back here. I can fit a lot of things back there. I can fit the moto combo back here. There's more than enough room for your average Joe. And this is obviously case by case situation. If you have a Honda Beat or Cappuccino, those are not the most spacious Kei cars, so don't compare it to a Honda Life. But something like this is super spacious. This car is even cool because you can put the seats back like this and lock them. It goes all the way back there to up here to right there to right there to right there. Like, it goes all the way back here, and I can still have a passenger, or I can put it all the way back for someone a little taller, and they could sit back and kind of, like, you know, get some additional leg room. Nothing crazy, but it is spacious back here. You can definitely fit 4 adults back here, which is a great pro. And another big pro is that this one actually has power windows all around. Something I hate about Kei cars for the most part is that we obviously lose a lot of amenities. The reason we buy these cars is because they're cool, cheap, pretty quirky cars, and no one's ever seen them before. But when you get to get a lot of amenities, such as an airbag, it makes it a lot easier to purchase. Power windows all around, that makes it a lot easier to purchase. Power locks all around, that makes it easy to purchase. If this guy had space for a double din, it'd be borderline like the perfect Kei car, because I could have Apple CarPlay, I can charge my phone, I can do all the newer stuff just in a weird little slow 660 Kei car. Here's a look under the hood. This is the E07A Honda motor. I know the Honda Z's have the same motor and they come turbo, but this one is cool because it is fuel injected, which is really nice. Has a new battery, new spark plugs, new wires. Pretty basic under here. I'll start it up so you guys can see it in motion. Clip that in right there. This one is automatic, which we'll get into in a second, but that obviously makes daily driving a lot easier. But I know a lot of people are shy about automatic, so let me break that gap for you guys. Nothing really to see here. I definitely got to clean this car up. I haven't even done anything crazy to it. I think update on the waffle. We are down to the last 45 slots at time recording this video. If anybody wants the Delica. Same goes for the Honda Life. And let's not forget about the Moto Compo. So when I first got the Life, I was calling it slow over and over, and I don't know if that's because I was driving a Toyota Crown for a while, which was probably one of the fastest cars I ever owned. Maybe because I owned the Jimny, which again was still a Kei car, but it was turbo. I did a lot of things to it to make it a little faster, and it was manual, so I was able to, like, you know, put my foot all the way down and it actually pick up speed and get where it needs to go. This guy being automatic, it isn't slow, but it's just an automatic Kei car. There's really no other way to describe it. I've been able to go 100 kilometers an hour over and over and over and over. And when I first got this car and drove it 5 hours all the way from Baltimore, that was really my biggest concern. I was like, damn, am I really gonna be able to have to go like 80 kilometers an hour for 5 hours? That is just not what I want to do. That's like 40 something miles per hour. That was worst case scenario. But after owning this car for about 2-3 weeks now, it isn't slow. It's just as fast as every other Kei car I ever had. It just takes longer to get there. If I go 0 to 60 miles per hour in the Jimny in 30 seconds, this one would just do it in 40 seconds. But it'll still get there, which is the most important thing. If you're watching this video, I would like to believe that to some degree you're a car enthusiast and you probably have an opinion on automatic cars. And I'm right with you. I think manual cars are more fun to drive. It's a better driving experience, without a doubt. But what I don't like is the slander on automatic Kei cars. Everyone thinks automatic Kei cars are the worst thing ever. No one should buy an automatic Kei car. And as someone who's owned a Suzuki Jimny that was automatic for like 8 months, never gave me an issue. I owned a Suzuki Wagon R for another like couple months, never gave me an issue. And now someone that owns a Honda Life, not someone just giving a random opinion on a car they never imported, never drove, never did nothing. I went on a 4-hour road trip on every single car I've named. Automatic Kei cars are not that bad. Newsflash to everybody watching this video, every single Kei car is slow. Even the Cappuccino, which to me is one of the fastest Kei cars, or if you want to say the Mirror or any of the fast cars, they're fast if we're comparing Miatas, if we're comparing really slow cars. And don't get me wrong, I love Kei cars, I love slow cars. I've had 7 Miatas. I love the fact that the greatest thing about this car is miles per gallon, and the fact that I can go 60 miles per hour, but I feel like I'm in a Hellcat. That's the best thing about Kei cars. It's the miles per gallon, the fact that you're driving a slow car fast instead of driving an M5 fast. Slow, I mean, you know what I mean? Driving a fast car slow. Driving a fast car slow. Driving a slow car fast is better than a fast car slow. We love that. Living in New York City, always sitting in traffic, always having to deal with stop, go, stop, go. Give me an automatic, I don't mind. Do I want an automatic Cappuccino? Probably not. Do I want an automatic Honda Beat? Probably not. But I'll take an automatic Honda Life, a car that was never made to go fast, a car that never is going to be fast, and there's not a lot of performance or modifications I can do to it. I can make a Cappuccino faster, I can put a bigger turbo, I can go wild if I really want to. But a car like this, a Wagon R, a Jimny, those cars are never gonna be fast. There's no point to hate on them. I'll get any car automatic. I'll get a Kei truck automatic. I'll get a Kei van automatic. It's not that deep. And now for my favorite part, the gas station. Everyone thinks this car is because it's a 3-cylinder, it's super small, that it has to get 50 miles per gallon. It has to get amazing MPGs. Now we're gonna start it. As you can see, I basically have no gas. I'm under the E. Let's fill this thing up. People also think it takes $5 to fill up, and people like to spread those lies, but it doesn't. We're gonna put regular, which is $3.49, and let's see how much it costs to fill up the Honda Life.
Smart Friend says you are a reflection of Wendy's $3 breakfast deal. It's the kind of breakfast life. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal. Brought to you by Wendy's $3 breakfast deal. Limited time only.
So we're looking at a 7-gallon tank for the most part. It took 24 bucks. Not bad. Not bad when you think about it just like that. 24 bucks, that should last me like 2 weeks, blah, blah, blah. Absolutely not. This $24, as someone like me who daily drives, again, daily drives, every single day I'm getting on the highway, every single day I'm on stop and go traffic just like this will last me in a good week, maybe 4 or 5 days, maybe. So realistically, I'm putting $50, $60 every 2 weeks, no matter what. No matter what. If I don't touch my car for a couple days, of course I'll get some better MPGs, but you can see that it's full completely. I started up. 25 bucks for 4 days, $5 a day. It isn't amazing. The more I drive on the highway, like if I do a 2-hour drive, if I drive to HV&Y, I drive to New Jersey, it'll be here by the end of my drive. It is not the best on gas, trust me. These little Kei cars are not made for American highways. These are made to go on little towns, little villages in Japan. If you're going 100 kilometers an hour for an hour, the engine is being pushed beyond where it wants to be pushed. The MPGs suffer. That's just the reality of it. If you're doing local driving, like I said, I think you could get probably in the 30s if you're lucky, but for the most part, they're 25-year-old cars, old technology, carbureted. They're not the best on gas. They're just not. So I want to completely reiterate that again. I might make a whole separate video just driving a bunch of Kei cars and showing you that they're not good on gas, because that's probably the thing I hate about the Kei community the most, is that a lot of people lie and say they get 50, 60 miles per gallon when just why? But please don't get it twisted. I am not saying Kei cars aren't amazing cars. If you're thinking about getting one, please get one. We need more Kei cars in the world. We need more Kei trucks, more Kei vans, more Kei everything. Kei is the way. Who I'm trying to resonate with are the people who stop me and say, hey, I'm thinking of doing Uber Eats. Do you think I should get a Kei van? Hey, I'm thinking of doing delivery. Do you think I should get a Kei car? And it's like, no, I don't think you should get it for the money. If you're gonna spend $5, $6, $7, $10,000 on a car and your main concern is fuel consumption, do not get a car with a 3-cylinder 660 engine. For $10,000, buy yourself a 2015 Civic. Buy yourself a Sentra. Buy yourself one of those, a real car. But I get it, they're not as cool, they're not as quirky, they're not as weird. But please do not let MPGs be the reason you buy a Kei car, because you will be disappointed. Because I was disappointed when I first got one, and I don't even care about gas. Gas could be 30 miles a gallon, I'm still gonna go crazy. I'm still gonna drive all over the place. You guys see me go on road trips all the time. I don't care what gas is. I'm gonna pay it, I'm gonna drive. I love driving. Before in this video though, the Honda Life is definitely one of the more comfortable Kei cars I've ever driven. It kind of feels like a Kei van, but it is the size of, like, you know, a Wagoner, a Mitsubishi Tapo, one of the smaller high roof Kei cars, and it's pretty comfortable. Speed wise, like I mentioned, not the greatest. It's also automatic. Like right now I'm going 70 kilometers an hour, I'll show you guys, and the car's taking it fine. I don't feel like it's struggling. I'm not doing anything crazy. I can move over easily. I can pass traffic, which I'm about to do. When I first got in the car, the thing that threw me off is because, as you can see, my foot isn't, look, it's completely not on the gas at all. But when I punched it and I went all the way down, you can see that nothing is really happening. Yes, I'm gaining speed, but you would think that that would be from, like, you know, barely touching it like this. But if I go all the way down like this, I shouldn't still be at 80. It should be screaming. It should be doing what Honda's known for, VTEC. But it just doesn't do that. My foot is still all the way down. Still haven't got to 60 miles per hour, which at first was pretty alarming, but as you can see, it'll get there. I can move over easily. I can even do 110. It'll pick up. It just takes a little second. Now look. I'm even going, what is this, like 70 right now? Going like 68 miles per hour. Still gaining speed, still passing people. This guy's getting out of my way because I'm going so fast. It does it fine. And I think that's what one of the most important things. Can your car just do it in general? And this one can do it. It just takes a little longer because it's slower and automatic, but it feels very comfortable. I'm going over bumps, New York bumps at that, and I'm chilling. In conclusion, get a Kei car. It could be 4-speed, 5-speed, automatic. Get whatever you want. And if you do, comment in this video. I want to know what Kei car you have or what Kei car you're looking to get. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Update on the gas. I've been driving 988 kilometers. I don't even know if I think that's kilometers or something. And look, I'm already gone a quarter tank. These things are not amazing in gas. Just keeping it real, guys.
Remember the name. This is way before the fame.